welcome to or welcome back to my channel. I'm Amy, and I have a little bit of a book haul today. Just a few. I'm trying not to buy too many books this year, but since it was my birthday last week and there were a few books on my wish list, I did pick a few up. So to start off with, I got The Knight and the Moth by Rachel Gillig. And this one, we follow Sybil, who is a diviner. We've got some romance. It's a fantasy where I guess she's dedicated like 10 years of her life to being a diviner, where she can have dreams that she speaks with omen or oracles, I guess, and she can see the future. And then some of the other diviners have started to go missing, so there's some mystery along with that, so that sounds right up my alley. And then I also decided to go ahead and get the next book in the Courting of Bristol Keats series. This is a duology, another fantasy. I just finished the first book last month, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to continue, but the ending was better than I expected, so I went ahead and decided to continue and got the next book in the series. And I guess I could show you the sprayed edges. I think that's the only special feature. I don't think there's any like special end art or anything. Let's just double check. Yeah, it's pretty plain, but that is pretty. And then this one I've been hearing quite a bit about, Heavenly Bodies by Amani Irui. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, probably not. But we have a main character who's been fated to fall in love with a star, but they've also been fated to kill her. So I'm not sure how that will play out, but again, another fantasy, another love story, and I'm excited to find out how I like that one. This one's a hardcover, but it's a little bit different. It doesn't have a dust jacket, and then we do have sprayed edges also. Would let the whole world burn if it kept you warm. So that's pretty. And I think there is some art inside. I don't know. Yeah, there's a little bit different art in the back. I kind of like the ones in the back the best. Those are kind of cool. And then the next one by the same author as The Knight and the Moth. This one's One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. But my daughter-in-law is reading this one currently, and she has recommended it. But the premise is that there are tarot cards that give you different powers, and our main character has basically a voice in her head that helps her out. But I wasn't sure if I wanted to read this one yet or not, but I guess we'll see how it goes. It reminds me of Cardcaptors, so there is that. I guess that's probably why I've been putting it off, is I wasn't sure if I wanted to read an adult fantasy version of Cardcaptors, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. And lastly, this one is actually what prompted me to buy any books at all. Is I finished the second book in the Only a Monster trilogy, and I really wanted to get the next book in the series because of the way it ended. So we have Once a Villain by Vanessa Len. This series is about a young girl who, she's half monster, half human, and she always thought that her grandma was just telling basically fairy tales to her when she told her about the monster world. and didn't really believe her, but then she accidentally time travels when she, at the beginning of towards the beginning of the book, and finds out that her grandma wasn't kidding about any of it, that it wasn't just some fairy tale story, some bedtime story that she was being told. But she also discovers what fuels that time travel, and she's horrified. And there's definitely a lot of other elements that come into play, but that is the basic premise of the book. The second one kind of starts out a little bit slow, but very quickly becomes fast-paced, and I'm really anxious to see how the conclusion turns out. So I don't know if I'll be able to pick it up right away, but I definitely want to pick it up soon, and it is the last one on my haul, Once a Villain by Vanessa Len. I don't think there's anything special about the hardcover. It does have some pretty gold, like rose gold foiling on the cover, but I do like the cover. It's very pretty. But yeah, that is my book haul. Hopefully I won't have another one anytime soon. There are still a couple of books that I'm interested in, but they are on Kindle Unlimited as part of the membership. So I'm going to try and read them that way and avoid the temptation of purchasing them. But these are my books that I bought for my birthday. I'm excited to read them. I don't know when I'll get to them. Hopefully there won't be another book haul too soon, but I'm definitely excited to add these to my library. Let me know if you've read any of these, if you're interested in any of them, and happy reading. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.